We're going to use a space called Packback this semester for class discussion. As noted on the syllabus, you're going to participate 10 weeks of our 15 weeks of class. Don't get behind on this because you can't catch back up. Each week you participate, you'll post one question and respond to two questions that others have posted on Packback. You'll need to do so by midnight of the Sunday of that week. So for instance, your week 3 Packback question and responses are due by midnight on Sunday, January 26th. If you do so, and if your average curiosity score on Packback is above 50 points, you'll get 300 points or full credit at the end of class. If you miss weeks, or if your curiosity score is lower than 50 points, you'll get partial credit. So think of this as a quest. The questions that have the best curiosity scores and the questions that get the most responses will be at the top of our Packback leaderboard every week. Being able to use methods and tools to engage in problem solving is key to entrepreneurial thinking. Perhaps more importantly, though, is problem finding. To identify and dig into the problems and challenges that people face, you have to have an inquisitive mind. You have to ask questions. We're going to talk a lot more about question asking in class, especially when we're exploring brainstorming strategies and problem solving approaches. In the meantime, though, Packback is a class space to post questions and engage with other people's questions. I've pinned a few really good example questions in our Packback community. To offer a few more, a not so great question is a really general, frankly unanswerable one, or one that asks for just a simple yes or no response, like, has social media changed our daily lives? A better question is one that asks readers to offer a story, share an experience, or point toward an example in their response, like, what are 1 or 2 ways in which entrepreneurs use social media in the daily work they do to promote their businesses or engage clients and audiences? I hope you'll be inspired to ask questions based on our class readings and weekly materials. A not so great question related to class might be, what is creativity? A better question is, again, something that asks for thoughtful response and gets readers to engage, like, is creativity entirely biological? That is, are people born creative? Are some people born more creative than others? I would also be happy if you were to use Packback to talk about class projects, but I would ask that you do so in a way that actually presents inquiry and fosters conversation. A not so great question, for instance, would be, what are you doing for Creativity Quest 2? A better question to engage others in how they're approaching this class assignment might be, I'm thinking about creating a map pin for the Broad Art Lab as an example of a doing pin on our shared map. Is anyone else focusing on this place for Creativity Quest 2? Has anyone been there? Does anyone want to share their experiences? You'll need to create an account with Packback with your actual name and MSU email address. Packback costs $25, and the community key for us is included in the syllabus. You can copy and paste it from the syllabus into Packback to get connected to our community. To get started, I'd suggest you take a look at the Getting Started with Packback slide deck in the Packback folder on our class D2L space. A final reason why we're using Packback in class is that Packback started with some curious people asking good questions. Like, how can teachers engage students in different ways in participating in class discussions? What would it look like if students weren't posting reading responses, for instance, but instead were generating and sharing good questions? What happens when a big group of people sharing the same experience, that is, in this case, an academic class, put their heads together online to ask good questions? And how can practicing asking good questions and brainstorming with others better prepare students for their professional lives?